NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Luck's Colts going up against Carr's Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland, so we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oakland Raiders. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Frank Gore. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And this offense sometimes is predicated on the ageless wonder, Frank Gore.
And he wants to be a guy with limitless carries. Frank Gore gets better and better with each carry, really batters defenses with his inside running.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. To throw on 2nd down is Luck. Allen's got it over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Bruce Irvin is an emotional, passionate player who lives to rush the quarterback.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Luck on 3rd down. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. Luck on the sneak. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
What kind of game are we going to have in store for us? I understand the call here if it's the final 2 minutes and you're losing. But this is the opening drive of the game. That is too big a chance for my blood. But give them credit. They got it to pay off.
After the run, Luck on a throw. And the Raiders have got him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. To the left side, incomplete for Amari Cooper. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college, but Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was a tremendous play by the defensive line. We always talk about leverage versus any play. How about versus the draw?
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. And, what a catch at the 2. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Crabtree, 47 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the possession switches to Indianapolis. Here come the Colts. As you look forward for them, after 3 11-5 campaigns, back-to-back 8-8 seasons, missing the playoffs. But it appears Chuck Pagano will be the head coach again. Many thought he might be on the way out.
He's staying. Brand new general manager in place. They'll have to work hand-in-hand together to keep improving the roster. But you just mentioned the back-to-back 8-8 seasons. In the AFC South, that only puts them about 1 game out of the playoffs. So if they can make any type of improvement, they have a chance to get back into the playoffs where they were for the previous 3 seasons. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Mario Edwards in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. A punt of 32 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
I still remember when Frank Gore came out of the University of Miami, and there were injury questions about him because of his knees. Guess what? He just had his 9th 1,000-yard season in 2016 with Indianapolis.
Yeah, that's something. It's an Indianapolis Colts franchise that the last few years has really struggled with guys running the football, but Gore picking him back up this year. He's 33. Larry Fitzgerald's 33. Those guys still producing.
And you know what the coaches say about both of them? They're the ultimate pros.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They go with the screen to Gore. Give them 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Colts a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 2nd down, here's Luck. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. Good point you brought up before the game is you hear great quarterback-receiver duos. You think Manning, Beckham, Roethlisberger, Brown, Ryan, and Jones. But Luck and Hilton, how about these two? I mean, T.Y. led the league in yards in 2016.
And a lot of it done from the slot position. And he's one of those guys that can work inside. They can also stick him outside. He can go deep and make big-time plays. T.Y. Hilton is Mr. Excitement with the ball in his hands. They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. To throw on second down is Luck. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
So out come the Raiders. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see.
Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Carr now to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where you're headed.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Luck now on second down. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, it's Luck. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. To the air again, Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Philip Dorsett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.